My name is Peggy Smedley, and today I'm sitting with Don DeLoach, who is the CEO and president of Infobright, as well as Brenna Berman, who is the CIO of the City of Chicago. We are here today to talk about the ITA and the Internet of Things IoT Council. So now, the first question is, what is the ITA Midwest IoT Council?
The council is a group of people and representing companies and organizations that really have come together to promote the use of the Internet of Things, both within city government and the businesses in the region, to ostensibly work towards a better, more profitable and prosperous way of life in the Midwest as a result of the benefits we see from the Internet of Things.
How did this come about?
The formation of the council was really an offshoot of a summit that we ran 2 years in a row. We did the first one 2 years ago and it was really successful, so we decided we'd do a second annual summit last year, and it was marvelously successful. And in the wake of that, Fred Hoke, the CEO of the Illinois Technology Association, approached me about maybe forming a council and we would make a more deliberate effort around the Internet of Things in the Midwest. And so I was able to link up with Brenna Berman, the CIO of the City of Chicago, and we were able to put together the council, and so far so good. It's been a really good experience.
The IoT Council came about out of our desire to really help the City of Chicago and the Midwest focus on how to make the IoT come alive here in the Midwest, how we could make citizens, businesses, and individuals really embrace the technology, understand the value it can bring, and how to drive innovation through IoT technologies.
What are the immediate objectives for the ITA Council?
So we started out with really a walk before we run type of an approach, because this is new to a lot of us. But the group that we got together prioritized, we had about 8 different objectives, and we prioritized that down to 3 immediate objectives. The first was to take an inventory of IoT initiatives in the Midwest, which means who are the IoT companies, who are the companies doing IoT projects, and then what can we learn from what we're doing as a starting point. The second area was PR and communications, and that was really to do things like educational videos, webinars, and basically telling the Midwest IoT story. And the third is around capital, and that's the idea of making the Midwest a focal point for investing in the Internet of Things, and that may mean drawing in companies from both coasts and public companies, private companies alike. But the idea is that we make Chicago a focal point for capital flowing into the Internet of Things. And Matt Nicklin from First Analysis is leading the charge there, and we're going to be doing a capital conference in the fall that should be great. So we're looking forward to that.
What are the long-term objectives for the ITA Council?
What we really want to achieve in the long term is making sure that people and companies understand the IoT and the benefits that it can bring. So there's an educational objective in the long term. And we also want to make sure that there are frameworks developing both from a technology perspective and a legislative objective that support IoT innovation. And we really want to make sure that the Midwest becomes the strongest ecosystem in the U.S. for IoT to flourish. So really in the long term, what we want to make sure happens is that people, frankly, around North America recognize that Chicago in the Midwest is the place that you come to grow IoT businesses, to foster IoT innovation, and really make IoT happen.
Since it's been announced, what has been the response from the community to get involved with it?
It's really been overwhelming in the best way. Since we announced this several weeks ago, we've been contacted probably by more than 45 companies that want to get involved, and we're talking to them about the best subcommittees for them to serve on and bring their skills to bear. We're hearing from more people every day, and we're beginning to already look at additional subcommittees where we can bring their skills to bear. So it's really been fantastic.
And how have you been able to recruit new members for the council since it's been going on?
They should reach out to the ITA through the Illinois Technology Association's website, and either Don or I will, through that contact, talk with them and figure out the best way to get them involved. But we would love to have their interest.
I want to thank you for spending your time, Don, with me. Brenna, thank you very much, and we look forward to learning more about the ITA IoT Council.
Thanks, Peggy.
Thanks, it's my pleasure.